long after the heat of the moment, I pull off the highway in rural Portugal and glance at the Bugatti Chiron center console. As the engine cools and the carbon silicon carbide brake rotors start to dissipate heat, the onboard computer's telemetry reveals some staggering figures: a peak speed of 377 km per hour, do the math, and that's 234 miles per hour, with the quad-turbocharged W16 squeezing a max of 1,466 horsepower at 6,691 revolutions per minute. Did I just drive a car or fly a plane? The mind-boggling brain shuffle of Bugatti's latest land rocket cannot be understated, even when placed in context against the now-defunct Veyron. In ultimate supersport trim, the Veyron produced a stunning 1,200 metric horsepower. The Chiron's leap to 1,500 ponies required considerable development, testing, and re-engineering. That exhaustive process saw significant challenges, even late in the game. Consider the high-speed testing incident in South Africa. Despite extensive test bench work, real-world driving revealed that the immense exhaust heat was melting the rear bumper and nearly igniting the car. The solution, it turns out, was to add a duct so airflow from the underbody could channel through and diffuse the heat. Number 1500 horsepower problems. For the 500 wealthy souls who will take delivery, the $2,998,000 Chiron is most certainly an emotional purchase. But it's backed by a battery of left-brain thinking aimed at making it a quicker, smoother, more involving car than its famously controversial predecessor. For starters, only 5% of the engine's parts are retained from the Veyron, the bulk of the new parts getting strengthened, lightened, and re-engineered to better cope with the thermal demands of the heightened output. The four turbochargers are 68% larger and now work sequentially, so the first set can facilitate a torque plateau between 2,000 and 4,000 revolutions per minute. The larger, second set of turbos extend the flat line to 6,600 revolutions per minute. The 7-speed gearbox manufactured by Ricardo, which is essentially the only dry-sump dual-clutch on the production car market, has been strengthened and reinforced to withstand the engine's thumping 1,180 pound-feet of torque. The immense drivetrain is housed by a carbon fiber chassis by Dallara that requires 1,500 hours to build. The Chiron also gains an adaptive chassis that uses 5 drive modes to set ride height, steering effort, damping, and power distribution. New 20 and 21-inch wheels are not only lighter, they run up to 50% cooler thanks to reworked brake caliper ventilation. The new hoops promise considerably longer wear than the Veyron's famously insatiable appetite for front tires, which ran $20,000 a pair unless you were changing them for the 4th time, in which case you'd be set back an additional $34,500 for 2 replacement wheels. From the driver's seat, the initial impression is entirely digestible. A press of the blue, steering wheel-mounted engine button summons all 16 cylinders, and the sound, at least within the cabin, is not as daunting as you might expect. Those on the outside, however, are hit by a deep, hearty bellow from the Chiron's 6 exhaust pipes. Compared to the Veyron, this cockpit has been cleaned up and streamlined, trading numerous analog gauges on the instrument cluster for one big speedometer needle that sweeps all the way to 300 miles per hour, or 500 kilometers per hour, depending on the country it's built for. 3 configurable TFTs offer additional information, including a tachometer, a trip computer, and vehicle settings. Low-speed driving revealed.